SKMM is the lead agency for this track and trace entry point project under the NKEA CCI, part of the Economic Transformation Program. For this track and trace project, RFID seals are used to monitor containers to facilitate customs clearance at checkpoints at our domestic free trade zones, ports and bonded warehouses, as well as on selected international routes. This project is championed by Smartag Solutions, a local Malaysian company, and we're happy with its success as well as the strong support by both industrial users and government agencies.
There is no doubt that our economy must leverage on technology in order to remain competitive in this globalized environment. RFID seal is a technology-based tool for both trade facilitation as well as supply chain security. And when we embark on this project, it was actually an entry point project under the Economic Transformation Program, under the aegis of Pemandu of Jabatan Perdana Menteri, that requires collaboration both with customs and the vendor, which is Smartag, as well as the industries, that is the industry player.
It was a major problem for us, especially on this movement of goods in transit, where you use K8 forms. Okay. The major key problem was the time factor, the lead time, because air freight is very time sensitive. One. Number two, when you move from one point to another point within the country, we always have a problem of human intervention.
The problem faced by our members in Penang State, insofar as customs aid, that is the transshipment permit is concerned, it's more on the hanging forms. Purely when they were manual and they were doing it through electronic papers, is that the customer at either side of the station, if they have not input that particular receiving station, then there is a hanging form. And after some time, this hanging form will be treated as by the customs officers as a duty unpaid. And they will write to the factories demanding payment after 14 days if they did not produce evidence of the cargo being received at the destination customs point.
I'm the head of logistics for NCIA, and NCIA intends to catalyze private sector participation in the Northern Corridor. Well, as you may well know, trade from Northern Corridor makes up about 46% of the total electronics and electrical trade for the whole Malaysia. And that means a whole lot of electronics and electrical goods move in and out, especially through the Penang airport, because all these goods are of a time sensitive nature. A lot of them practice just in time, and because they are so high value, there is no time to waste.
When you look at a project like this nature, you look not at the technology, you look at what is the benefit of the application itself. And here what we see is that the application is all about improving efficiency of the logistics. Okay? The ETP, there are many projects within the ETP, strictly within the NKA of Communications Content Infrastructure. The APP called Track and Trace is where this project actually sits in. Okay? And we know that the application of RFID specifically could go beyond just containers. It can go down to verticals of specific goods and all that stuff. So it forms as a means of getting the whole country to adopt RFID in a broader manner. So we've seen the system actually working. Okay, I personally have actually gone down to the ground to see the system used from Penang all the way to Thailand. Okay, and I've seen that the system couldn't be tampered. The process was very simple, and the custom officers themselves actually enjoyed seeing a system that actually works and help reduce their own workload, yet without reducing the efficiency of the cross-border checks.
Fortunately, I've had opportunity to work with some of these various RFID projects in trade facilitation in other countries, and based on what I've seen, the system you have here in Malaysia today is actually very easy to operate, both from the custom officers' perspective on the ground and also from the private sector users' perspective. With the web-based system, the interface is actually even easier, where you just have to click, and there's also a repository for you to store your records on the transactions that have been completed. So the feedback from my guys on the ground is it's good, helps them out a lot more as compared to the previous manual transactions that they used to perform.
This RFID system, though it has been now initiated for the customs aid, the transshipment movement, I believe it will help us, number one, to reduce the queuing time, especially during the peak hours, because that will further accelerate the processing by the customs, and therefore it will have a cost-effective supply chain management for us.
You might not be able to 100% eliminate everything, but you can reduce the lead time by, depends on the respective stations, from our opinion, at least by 100%. Okay, what used to take 3 hours, 4 hours, or 5 hours, or 6 hours, depends on which station, can come down to, from our justification, in just a matter of minutes.
I've actually done what we call a trade outreach program for both awareness of the industry concern, and done consultation with the logistic service provider in order to get inputs from them, so that whatever system that we design, develop, and later on implement will benefit all parties involved. We have so far done a pilot project for a period of 3 months that ended 31st August this year, and from the pilot project we have seen the benefits in terms of cost and time saving. The industry is very happy with it. From the positive feedback that we get from them, especially those involved in the project, I think this is the way forward to ensure both cargo security as well as revenue security.
This project will help reduce the transit time and the turnaround time for goods to move from one place to another, especially from overseas coming into Northern Corridor, and also from Northern Corridor going out to their destination countries.
We are at the moment partnering Singapore Customs in trying to explore this. We've had discussions with them, explaining to them that our trucks already moving from Malaysia into Singapore have this facility. We are suggesting to them that they look at it now, and if we are able to do that data interchange with the customs system in Singapore, then our truck should be able to transit through with very minimal checking on the truck. Yeah, Thailand has already been doing this for about a year. The next stage is for us to try to engage both Malaysian customs and Thai customs, and also Singapore customs, to see whether they can come to a mutual recognition agreement between the three customs organizations to facilitate cross-border trucking with the RFID seals.
For the moment, I think what we need to see is the next level, where now that we've gone through the trial, we've seen the system being used in a robust manner. So now we need to make sure that every single checkpoint where we have goods crossing through, we need to have the system there. And like in all business, it's all about quality of service, ability to compete in a dynamic market.
Having seen the various implementations on trials in a few of the other countries, I think the approach that Malaysia has taken with this implementation is quite good. The trials have been successful, and today, from a Malaysian customs perspective, they are actually looking at applying it to all their customs stations and bonded warehouses, which actually facilitates a full closed loop from a security standpoint in terms of your data interchange.
This customs initiative of coming out with this RFID together with your company. It's a direction in the right direction, purely because it will help us.
We have written to customs that we fully endorse RFID to be implemented nationwide because it will benefit, one, the industry players. It will also help customs to order to streamline their processes, so they will have a better accountability for the goods in transit, and it will also help the industry players like us to be more transparent. From our feedback from DHL Global Forwarding and TNT, very good.
This security and trade facilitation systems using RFID, initiated by Royal Malaysian Customs and Smartag Solution Berhad, has demonstrated its potential in providing cost saving to DHL Global Forwarding and Sdn Berhad. Besides increasing efficiency on customs formalities, the benefits derived from the system will enable Malaysia as a country to have a faster trade, which thus providing us the competitive advantage in this globalized arena. We therefore wish that this RFID system can be activated in this logistics industry as soon as possible. Thank you.
We will continue to engage the logistics service provider to ensure that the system, when it is fully implemented later on, will be of benefits to both the government as well as the industry players. And I hope when it is fully implemented, RFID will ensure seamless flow of goods and that it will be more effective in terms of custom clearance, and it will enable lower cost of doing business for the industry. Thank you.
We hope that Malaysia will benefit from it and at the same time become a leader in streamlining trade and increase efficiency of the supply chain through the extensive use of RFID. Thank you.
The implementation of the security and trade facilitation system using RFID is a testimony that local companies have the capability and expertise to develop products and services of international standard. I am so proud to note that the environment that MSC Malaysia provides has nurtured this project, and certainly congratulate Smartag on this particular achievement.
Thank you very much. We have done a successful 3-month trial on the security and trade facilitation using RFID, that is a radio frequency identification devices, with the Custom Diraja Malaysia and the freight forwarders like DHL, TNT and Priority Cargo. And some of the manufacturers involved was the Western Digital and Toshiba. The trial have shown a lot of costs and time saving for those stakeholders involved. We thank everyone involved in this trial for their cooperation, assistance and the feedback that was rendered to us. This has encouraged us to further improve and develop the system to work seamlessly with other systems in the ASEAN region. So we hope through this system that we have developed using the RFID together with the Customs, Diraja Malaysia and the other stakeholders in the logistic industry, that we will be able to provide a seamless basically system of secure trade facilitation services to those involved. Thank you.